Good morning. Time's coming up on 8:57, and we have 68 degrees with sunshine in the Twin Cities. Nice day ahead. We'll see high temperatures in the mid-80s, so a little warmer out there this afternoon. Slight chance for an isolated thunderstorm here between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. Most areas should stay dry. And then nice Tuesday and Wednesday, but going into the end of the week, it starts to get warm. And then as we go into the weekend, look at that. Temperatures for Labor Day weekend up into the 90s with hazy sunshine. It's going to be warm here for early September, Matt.
Sounds good. John, thanks for the heads up. Good morning, everyone. Matt Belanger here with you with a quick look at the news. Today, it's move-in day at the University of Minnesota. Expect more traffic around campus today. The U does require a move-in appointment time at the dorms, trying to keep things moving along today, but some big crowds expected. Looking at the numbers last year, the Twin Cities campus will likely have between 6,000 and 7,000 incoming freshmen this year, and they all have to move in, right? Safety's top of mind, too, this year as the U does work to improve safety on and around campus. It's almost 9 o'clock. Let's see what's coming up on an all-new Minnesota live from the Minnesota State Fair. Chris Eggert, Megan Newquist, good morning, you two.
Hi, Matt. You know, today is Pickle Palooza Day here on Minnesota Live. Are you ready for this?
I love me some Pickle Palooza.
I love me some pickles, so bring it on. Pickle Pizza, as you know, took over the State Fairgrounds a couple of years ago, right?
Last year.
It was the major item.
It was huge last year.
Well, today we are trying some of the top pickle picks of the 2023 State Fair. Look at the lines of people waiting
That was
for
my
pickle
video.
products.
I took that last year. It was
the
crazy.
pizza.
They were lined up for like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
As if we couldn't top the Pickle Palooza or whatever you just call it. We've got Reptile Palooza happening today. We have critters stopping by. Are you scared of reptiles? One of them almost escaped last year. Stick around. It's coming up.
Live from the Minnesota State Fair with Megan Newquist and Chris Eggert. This is Minnesota Live.
And good morning and welcome to Day 5 live at the Minnesota State Fair. We're so happy to have you with us. For those here at the 5 Eyewitness News building at the corner of Chambers and Carnes, hello, welcome in, good morning. Thank you for joining us. For those of you at home, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Happy to be here.
Good morning.
That's Ken. That's Megan. I'm Chris. We appreciate you guys stopping by. I don't know if you guys know. I got like 5 hugs already today.
Well, you
I didn't get any
People are in a
hugs.
hugging mood.
You look good in that pink shirt. I think that,
Is that
pink
it?
shirt says,
Listen,
I'm ready
I don't
for
know
some
what
loving.
kind of aura is happening on
You're
here. but
popping.
It was awesome. You guys want some hugs? They're ready for it today.
We'll just
keep
send
that
you
in
their
mind.
way.
Keep that in mind.
Line forms over here for Chris.
All right, so we're not only giving hugs today. We've got all kinds of foods, a cornucopia, if you will, of fair foods.
And we will.
So we are talking about deep fried chocolate chip cookie dough pie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds
It's
like a lot.
cookie dough and a puff pastry.
It sounds amazing.
It does
and
sound
then
good.
everything dill this, dill that, dill. Like the pickle is like the thing this year at the fair. Ever since they did the pickle pizza last year, we've gone like full on into pickle
like pickle
palooza.
donuts we saw.
Yeah, pickle popsicles,
Pickle fudge.
pickle fudge, pickle.
It's not just like the savory things.
Pickle
it's the
popsicle?
sweet
Yeah, it's
too.
right
yeah.
there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll get to try one in a little while if you
I
want.
can't wait.
So there you go. We also have a seed art demonstration happening today on Minnesota Live. And reporter Kelly Hansen is checking out a few different things today here at the fairgrounds. One of them has been pretty entertaining for little kiddos for like 20 years now.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Little farm hands
Yes, they
area,
get to
so-
drive little tractors and such, so
Yeah.
that's always fun. Hey, today is senior day at the fair.
You know what that means?
Discounted tickets, baby.
Discounted tickets.
Did you guys take advantage of the discounted tickets?
Heck yeah. The more money you save getting in, the more money you can spend on the good food.
Exactly. What else is happening today?
It is Mental Health Awareness Day
That's
at
where
Dan
I come
Patch
in.
Park.
Seriously.
NAMI will be next door. They've got and several other
Yeah,
organizations. talking
NAMI's
about
here.
mental-
I mean, they do all kinds of stuff, and it's fantastic for those of us with mental illness. So.
Well, and it's great because it's education for people, it's art for people, it's learning, it's resources
Yeah.
right here, which
Yeah.
I think can be a little bit less intimidating for people who may be dealing with some things.
Yeah, and we try. You know, we're trying to kind of normalize it. I mean, I talk
For
about
sure.
it, but you don't
Yeah.
have to talk about it if you don't want to. But
Yep.
it makes me feel more comfortable if I do. So it's a good learning experience for everybody.
Good. It's also State Patrol Day at the north end of the State Fairgrounds. So
Whose
you can
phone's
check that
ringing?
out.
Can
Wait a
I
minute.
answer it?
Did I just see you on television?
Yeah, you're
Did
not
I
going to get in trouble. We just want to answer it.
I just want to talk.
Hello? Hey, who's sticking around for the grandstand show tonight? Anyone? Happy Together's playing tonight.
Come on.
7 o'clock. That's a great
They got
song.
the Turtles, Little Anthony, Gary Puckett, the Union Gap, the Vogues. This hit-filled Happy Together tour has crisscrossed the country for more than a decade, and tonight's show includes chart-topping hits from the 60s, 70s, 61 Billboard Top 40 smashes.
You should sing that Turtles song,
I
Happy
don't-
Together.
So happy together. That one? Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that.
If we could harmonize, we'd break into it from there, but not
We
going to do
can't.
it.
We won't.
Wouldn't be prudent. All right, Chief Meteorologist Ken Barlow standing by with a look at the forecast. It's
you
hard to
find the
top the
ringing
weather
phone?
this weekend. I don't know. Did you find the phone, Ken?
No, I didn't.
Didn't
I
find
found
the
my
ring phone.
iPad, though, so I can control the weather.
Good.
You actually
mean
control the weather
weather?
with your iPad?
I do. It's right here. I have the whole world in my hands.
Got the power.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I've got the whole world in my hands, though. Actually, you guys, you already noticed probably it's warmer than it was yesterday at this time, warmer than it was Saturday morning. Both days are in the 50s to start. And now it's actually it's 71 degrees right now. So it's 9 degrees warmer in the Twin Cities than it was yesterday morning at this time. Hinckley is 11 degrees warmer. So is St. Cloud. Alexandria is 10 degrees warmer. Wilmer is 4 degrees warmer. So it's a warmer morning. 71 degrees in the in Minneapolis on the other side. In St. Paul here, 69 degrees around Falcon Heights, and up at White Bear at 67 degrees. Pretty uniform temperatures here. I mean, nothing dramatic. The thing about today, though, is you're going to notice it getting warmer because by this afternoon, it's going to be about 85 degrees. There's a B on my map. It's going to be about 85 degrees. It'll be a little bit more humid, but it's not going to be terrible. The dew points are still very, very low. We're talking about dew points right now, anyway, in the 50s, and that's good news. So 85 this afternoon. Sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock, there's a very small chance of a shower. We'll get up to 85, though. Who said summer's over? And then we get to 83 degrees. The sky's clear this evening. So if you are going to the grandstand tonight, things should be good, guys. We're talking about a break for the next couple of days, and then 90s back for Labor Day weekend. More on that. Who wants 90s for Labor Day weekend? Anybody?
Let's go out with a
I
bang.
don't think anybody wants
No.
90s for
Go
Labor
out
Day
with a
weekend.
bang.
Well,
I say.
you said you control the weather with your iPad. Just dial it down a little bit.
I'll work on that in the back room.
Okay, good.
See you in a bit.
All right, thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
All right, the food and dining editor at Minneapolis St. Paul Magazine, Steph March, is here. Love it when she stops by.
Because
She's
she
been
always
busy.
brings food.
Yes, she does. And her effervescent personality.
Everybody loves me because I show up with food.
No, that's
but
not
also
true.
I'm cute.
Because we like
I'm
you
super
because you're
cute.
you. Well, you've been tasked with getting into the whole pickle bit this year,
Yeah.
which is kind of gone crazy.
It's a trend. I mean, but think about it. It's smart. So Rick's Pizza did it last year, and then
Yeah.
everyone lined up, and everyone's like, "Wait a minute! You're saying I can boost a food with acid and salt, and for like the price of a pickle?
Yeah.
Okay,
I can do that.
Let's be clear.
Relatively cheap, right?
Relatively
Yeah.
cheap and easy and a tasty. And come on, there's like a pickle tradition at the state fair. It's surprising this has not happened before.
I agree.
Well,
It's
and
crazy.
I feel like I remember when the pickle, like the deep fried pickles,
Yes.
became a huge thing.
Right.
And then it was a few years later, and then the pizza, and
Yep.
now we're like pizza everything.
Now we're everything.
starting with pizza popsicles.
Pickle popsicles.
That's what I meant.
Although pizza
Monday.
popsicles would be good too.
That's next.
Monday. All right, we have pickle popsicles, which I know sounds a little crazy, maybe. I don't know, but these are at the Hamlin Church Dining Hall, right outside the front there, you guys. These are paletas, which are sort of the Mexican tradition of very, colorful, flavorful popsicles. If you think about it, what we're talking about is brine with a little bit of a dill
Yeah, it's very
moment.
good.
There's lime, there's lemon, it's a citrus and brine, which I think it's very refreshing. Athletes drink pickle juice
This would
after
be
their
great with the
events.
tequila.
I mean, if you're walking around, yes, if you had a little tequila to stir in there.
Right.
What do you think?
I think, listen, I love pickles.
All right, you're in.
I'm the one that drinks the pickle juice in the
Yes.
jar once the pickles
Yes.
are gone.
Smart. Good.
This is really good.
This is on a hot, hot day. If you're coming next Saturday and it's 90 degrees, I guarantee you that will hit perfectly.
Let's go. All
yeah.
right.
Okay.
That's great. 1 for 1.
Okay.
Next up, these guys.
So,
I love them.
oh my gosh, you guys, O'Gara's kind of won it for me this year on the pickle scene because, and this is an item that was off the official list. It wasn't on the official list. It's a bonus food, right? So it's one of those foods that they don't tell you it's on the official list, but then they show up. These are delicious grilled cheese bites. There's like, it's a little teeny tiny grilled cheese that's been deep
Oh my
fried, and there's
gosh.
a dill situation happening inside.
It's not a pickle.
It's not a pickle, but it's giving
the
pickle.
dill seasoning.
It's giving pickle.
Yeah, so you're not going to get a crunch of a pickle in this guy.
No.
It's the cheese.
It's the
you're going to
cheese.
get the
It's a
flavor,
gift
though.
from God is
It
what
is,
this is.
and also
oh
if,
my God.
if you're drinking beer at O'Gara's, which is well, I think you're legally bound to, then
Yeah.
you have this is a perfect thing to salt more beer, salt more beer.
Amazing by itself, but now I have to go. This is ranch,
Please
right?
dip it in the ranch because to prove your
Okay.
Minnesota card.
This is good.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
You guys can take down one of those yourselves. I feel like.
I could take
This
down
is not a
all
shareable
those.
No,
item.
this is not shareable.
I agree.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so then
Tell
we
us
have
about this lemonade.
at Nordic Waffle, we have this beautiful dill lemonade, which is like dill pickle lemonade, which is not too far from the paleta, right? That one's a little bit colder. This one is a little bit more like what we're saying, a refresher, and especially I think because Nordic Waffles tends to be kind of sweet.
Yep.
You know, this is a great chaser for me.
I feel like this is so reminiscent of a margarita.
Yes, it feels like that. It's a little the salt is inside instead
Yeah.
of outside, right?
I've got to clear my palate.
Okay.
Well, that is
This
a palate cleanser.
definitely gives me margarita vibes. Throw some tequila on this baby,
Yeah.
and I'm a happy camper.
That's the
Listen.
second tequila reference we've made
I
this
know.
morning.
And is it Monday? Last time I checked.
We get up at 2
Day
in the morning.
5,
It's okay.
It is happy hour for you, actually.
What do you think of it? 'Cause
Yeah.
we had this in the studio, and I really
Oh.
liked it.
It's tart.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
good,
very
though.
refreshing.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this one is a nice kind of easy way in. For someone who's like, maybe there's a little bit too much of the pickle going
Yeah.
on, this is a nice kind of a stunt pickle palooza moment. That's an easy way
The
in.
popsicle threw me off because it's so sweet, so I
Yeah.
guess I was almost expecting the same flavor
This is
profile.
Yeah.
This is very good.
This is clean and tart and sort of
Yeah.
just like right there to me.
All right,
Perfect.
this is intriguing to me, Steph.
This is the challenge moment,
Yes.
guys. We have pickle fudge from Wow Fudge. I know. So you're thinking fudge, chocolate. No. We're going to go pickle. I want you guys to each pick up one of those little things. They have a
The
couple.
same one or different?
Different one, because one of them is St. Paul pickle and the other one is a spicy pickle.
Okay.
Ooh, I want the. Well, I'll eat
You have to go
whatever
that way
I'm
now.
cheating.
You can do both. They have another one with the pickle and peanut butter, which is like
Ooh.
S tier. You can't even know what that is. But basically, this is pickle fudge. How do you feel?
I don't know.
I think the pause may say it all.
I don't hate it.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I like it.
Here's the deal. Everyone's
At
going to be
all.
like, but I'm just saying they give samples at Wow
Yeah.
Fudge. There are also 75 flavors, other flavors there.
Did
if
I have
you
the
want to go
spice-
and just have a little, did you try the
Did
spicy
you have
one?
the spicy? You have the spicy one,
Yeah,
Meg.
you got the
That
spicy
was
one.
not
Megan.
very spicy.
I know. It's kind
let
of
me try this guy.
smooth. It's kind of salty. It's got a little
Yeah.
bit of like, it's very sweet. But
I
so
like
that
that.
kind of rounds it out. If you kind of remove yourself from the idea that it's supposed to be chocolate.
That's exactly like your brain is playing tricks on you.
Yes. So then you can kind of get into it in a sort of a treat way.
I mean, what's
It's
the
a treat.
primary ingredient in fudge?
Sugar?
Yes. So if you
Powder?
drown
Yes.
anything in sugar,
your brain
right?
says you love it, right?
yeah,
I know.
I'd eat that whole block.
Chase it with a little of the dill lemonade just for the whole thing.
Well, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Where do you see the pickle? Well, let me ask you this. Do you think there's more room for pickle to keep growing?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
do you see
Really?
something else coming up this
In
year
what?
that might be?
I think that they could go. I think there could be some. You know what? A couple years ago, you guys remember they did the pickle dog where the sausage was inside the
Oh, yeah.
pickle,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
that was deep fried. I think we could go more with that. Let's take big pickles and stuff it with stuff.
That
Stuffed
would be
pickles.
good.
Oh,
Here,
that's
I'm
a
just
good
gonna.
idea.
I'm just
What if
making
you
everybody $1 million.
Oh.
Some
Somebody
cream
go
cheese,
do this
some bacon or something.
inside the pickle. I'm in for that. I'm here for that.
Have you tried the donut, the pickled donut? Over
I
there?
haven't, you guys. I am like kind of all the media when we all put out our like feelings about
Yeah.
things. I was the one who was like, yeah, it's kind of fun. I kind of loved it
Yeah.
because it's a savory moment. It's cream cheese with pickles and dill on top of a donut. That's a yeasted donut, so it's got it's not uberly sweet. And I don't tend to go super sweet. I like savory, so
I like
that's
savory,
why
too.
I kind of was a fan.
Yeah.
I thought
All
that
right.
was perfectly fair stunt food. You know what I mean?
I love it.
That's what you got to do.
Steph, this
so
is great.
much fun.
Yeah.
Thank
Keep eating
you,
your
Steph.
grilled cheese bites.
I know, those things are amazing.
That's like breakfast right there. You don't have to have the beer.
Okay, good to know. Thanks, Steph.
Thanks, Steph. And maybe we'll have some of these we can hand out too. I know we don't have enough for everybody, but we don't want to eat all those, do we?
I don't know.
Not
I think
yet.
there's more food coming up in this
Oh, yeah,
hour,
there is.
so
Oh,
we
my
need
gosh.
to save a little room.
All right. Thank you, Steph. Also today at the fair, a special morning at the Kidway and the Midway and the Mighty
Yeah.
Kidway, or is it the Kidway and the Mighty Midway?
I don't know.
That way.
Anyway.
Reporter Kelly Hanson's hanging out this morning. She's live on the Kidway.
Hi, Kel.
Hi, Kel, or whatever they call it.
Good morning, you guys. This is the Kidway and the Mighty Midway. It's kind of confusing. You could call this the Mighty Kidway if you really wanted to. Mornings might be my favorite time of day to be out here at the fair. It's so calming. It's so just cool here in the mornings. And here at the Kidway, it's a very special morning. You might notice you're not going to hear a lot of buzzers and loud banging and music because it's a sensory-friendly morning here at the fair, here at the Kidway and the Mighty Midway. What you need to know if you're riding rides before noon today when Minnesota Live returns.
Well, good morning and welcome back to day 5 of Minnesota Live, live at the Minnesota State Fair. It is time to get to know this year's State Fair crop artist. She is from Minneapolis and she used 29 different seeds in her detailed mosaic.
So let's welcome in Liz Schreiber, the official commemorative artist of the Minnesota State Fair. Liz, thanks for joining us. So that's your piece of work over there, a print of it. Oh my gosh, how long did that take you?
I had a month and a half to complete the project.
Did
So
you
I worked
sleep?
on it every day for at least 8 hours.
You worked on this every day for 8 hours.
Uh-huh.
How many different kinds of seeds did you use?
There's 29 in total, yeah.
Okay. And then how did you come up with the look and what you were going to do this year? Is it kind of up to you, or does the state fair give you guidelines?
It was up to me. It was actually a design contest. And I went with a bunch of items that I feel are kind of like near and dear to my heart. Classic state fair things that I always like to do every year. And I feel like have sort of stood the test of time. So.
The Ferris wheel, the cow, the agriculture, the tractor machinery hill. It's just absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're a better person than me because I would have been finding the biggest seeds or the biggest grains to use, and you have got some very, very tiny little, like how to even work with these. This is sesame seeds.
Flax.
Those are flax
Flax,
seed.
okay, the size of a sesame seed. Like, do you have to use a tweezer to put that into place?
Use a toothpick, and I've got a setup here for you guys to try it.
Okay.
I was going to say, you're going to learn how to do it.
Yeah, well, I do this all the time at home on my own. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, use a toothpick, and just good old Elmer's glue is what you use to glue your seeds down. So the toothpick sort of serves a dual purpose. So you take your glue and get a little blobber on there. And I start usually by outlining stuff, and you can trace your drawing with your glue, and then once your toothpick has a little bit of glue on it, you can use that same toothpick to pick up your seed.
Literally one seed at a time.
Uh-huh.
I can't even do a puzzle. This seems...
It is very puzzle-like.
I feel like as a kid you were
You
taught
wanna
to
give
like.
it a shot?
No, you're doing a great job. As a kid, you like you did this right in elementary school, like kindergarten, and you would glue something, and then you'd like dump the sprinkles on, and then you'd shake the sprinkles off. That's not how this is done, though.
No, I mean, there's times when I have done that for like a big background area, but mostly it's seed by seed.
Okay.
How did you get into this?
I got into this because I came to the state fair and loved the crop art exhibit, and I was like, well, there's only one way to get a portrait of Slim Whitman in seeds, and that's to do it myself.
Do it
You did
yourself.
Slim Whitman? Oh my gosh, that's
Yes,
so
I did.
cool.
That was my first piece.
Oh my gosh. This is so good. How long have you been here at the fair? Because this is not your first time.
No, this is my 19th year entering the state fair,
Wow.
and my first commemorative poster, though.
Did you have an art background, or do you have an art background?
I do have a fine arts background, so it wasn't too much of a leap to try some crop art.
What do you do when you're not doing crop art?
I am a scenic painter by trade, and a bingo caller at night.
Oh.
Really? I didn't see that coming.
Where do you call?
I love it.
I call it Grumpy's Northeast.
Awesome.
Hey, you and I use the same thing on our edges.
Yeah, you did.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking something.
Your seeds are, you're using the bigger rice. I was like, why do they look different? You're using
Oh,
the
yeah,
big
sure.
rice.
I gave
Liz
the
used the little
gopher
rice.
zombie eyes.
Liz, you teach people how to do this, right?
I do. I have some classes coming up this fall at Marine Mills Folk School in Marine on St. Croix, and it's a beginner's crop art class, and I like to teach people how to go about entering the state fair specifically. So,
What would be your advice for somebody who wanted to get started on this?
What's the tip that you have? The number one tip?
the number one tip, don't be scared.
Just embrace it.
Yep, make a piece and enter it in the fair, and you'll get in, and it will be hung on the wall, and it's so much fun to see your stuff up there.
Would you say keep it simple for your first one? Because I just keep looking at this and it's so intricate.
Don't try to make that thing for your first one.
Yeah, this is more
Like maybe a
maybe
smiley
more
face.
advanced. Start simple, you know. You can pick something that you want to look at or that you want to work on for a while because it takes a while. It's a slow art.
It's cool. I bet it'd be very calming.
It is very
Right?
calming.
Like just kind of you're so focused in on that.
Yep. Kind of
Well,
mesmerizing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. It's absolutely stunning. And we thank you so much for sharing a little bit of this technique with us today.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, if you would like to check out Liz's art display, you can find it at the Fine Arts Center. It's right there located at Cosgrove Street at the corner of Randall Avenue, not far from the Kidway.
Awesome. Thanks, Liz. All right, let's check in again with reporter Kelly Hansen. She is just a couple of blocks to the west from where we're at right now. Hi, Kelly.
Kidway.
Hi there, you guys. Yes, I am at the Kidway, and it's a little different over here today. There are kids that are screaming and having fun, and it's, you know, it's like the fair, but it's a little quieter over here because today, brand new this year at the State Fair, is a sensory-friendly morning here at the Kidway. I'm here with Maria Hayden. She's a spokesperson for the fair. And Maria, this is really a wonderful thing you guys are doing. I walked up here, and it's calmer. Even for parents, it's a little calmer, it's quieter, but the kids are still having fun. Why did you guys want to do this?
Yeah, so here at the Minnesota State Fair, we call ourselves the Great Minnesota Get Together. And to be the Great Minnesota Get Together, we need to be welcoming and inclusive of all of our fair guests. We have millions of people that attend the fair every year, and all of our fair guests have different needs when it comes to how they enjoy their fair experience.
Right.
So this year, we're hosting our very first ever sensory-friendly morning on the Mighty Midway and Kidway to help guests with sensory processing challenges enjoy the fair in a little bit more of a calm way.
Okay, when you say in a calm way, obviously in the morning the lights aren't going to be as bright,
Yep.
but the sounds are different here. So things are kind of turned down.
Right, yeah. So for sensory-friendly morning, what our operators have done is they've really tried to minimize the lights and noises of the ride. So many of them frequently have music playing, different sounds going on, different lights flashing, and so all of that is toned down. It's really just stripped down to safety-related noises or announcements or operational whirring and stuff like that. And so we really hope that it's able to foster an environment where guests are able to enjoy the rides with a little bit less of the stimulating noises and lights of the Midway and Kidway.
Okay, so the Kidway, sensory-friendly today from 9 to 11. And then the Mighty Midway, what's the timing there?
The Mighty Midway opens up at 10, and so their sensory-friendly morning will run until noon today. And one of the great things actually about it being a Monday is it's an early bird discount day. So there are discounts at the Midway and Kidway until 1 p.m. So guests who are enjoying their sensory-friendly morning can save a little bit of money on their rides and games as well.
Okay, you guys are really doing things right here as well. I mean, you want to help those, you want to be inclusive to everybody. You have the Fraser building here on the fairgrounds, where if you just want to go decompress, and you have a little bit of a sensory overload, you can do that anytime here on the fairgrounds as well, right?
Yes, so we have a great partnership with Fraser, who have a building here at the fair. And so if guests are ever at the fair and feel the need to take a break, regulate a little bit, they have a great sensory-friendly room there in their building that guests can visit of all ages, all walks of life, and just take some time to decompress at the fair.
Okay, there are a few tips though you have. Come in the mornings if you just need a sensory-friendly time here at the fair. What days of the week are the best for those who need a little quieter and calm time?
Yeah, so we've found historically Monday through Wednesday, especially the Wednesday of the fair, our only Wednesday we have, is a great time for guests who are looking for a little bit more of a calm environment. There's usually slightly fewer crowds, slightly fewer lines, slightly fewer sensory overload things happening at the fair. So if guests are interested in still checking out ways for them to regulate and be conscious of sensory overload here at the fair, they can come visit us through Wednesday, and we've got a lot of great tips from our partners at Fraser.
Okay, you guys, this is just, it's very nice out here. The kids, they still are